This is Montserrat Today for the week October 4th to October 9th, 2009. Scientists at the Montserrat Volcano Observatory are keeping a watchful eye on the Soufriere Hills volcano after activity increased on Sunday. After 10 months of silence, the volcano, which many hoped was going to sleep, began emitting ash and on Tuesday produced several small pyroclastic flows. According to the director of the MVO, Dr. Paul Cole, Soufriere continues to keep them guessing as previous patterns of ash venting every 2 hours ceased on Tuesday after a 5 p.m. emission. There were several additional ash venting events during Tuesday night, with the last one at midnight. The lead scientist at the MVO explained that the increase in rock falls and pyroclastic flows, albeit small ones, could mean that the dome is being destabilized slightly by the activity.
We've had an increase in activity overnight. We've seen an increase in rockfall activity. As you know, the activity was low from Wednesday morning, midnight, between Tuesday and Wednesday morning. Activity was low, seismicity was low, but we did have occasional small earthquakes telling us that perhaps there was something going on. But around about 3 o'clock this morning, we had an increase in rockfall activity, and we've had probably 10 to 15 small to moderate sized rockfalls since then. And as you know, because of the wind direction on the volcano, what's happened is that ashfall from those small pyroclastic flows or rockfalls has actually moved northwest over inhabited regions. So we've had ashfall here at the MVO and also in Ulverston, Salem, a little bit in Old Town, Woodlands, and on a dusting also in St. Peter's. So quite a restricted area to the ashfall. However, this is an ongoing situation. We're having further rockfalls that are ongoing today. I mean, it's likely that they're going to continue. We've got a pretty good idea now of where the activity is taking place from on the volcano. We know that we can be fairly certain, because the dome has been cleared this morning and we've made observations from here, that the activity is actually occurring from the south side of the dome. So rockfalls and pyroclastic flows, small pyroclastic flows, are going down the south side into the White River Valley. I think we can consider this as some good news. If you can consider the volcano erupting as good news, I think this is good news, because it means that the activity is going to be directed, any pyroclastic flow activity obviously is directed away from the inhabited areas. Much better. This is much better than it would be if this was going in the direction of Tyre's Gut. So we've seen no activity, I should add, we've seen no activity at the head of Tyre's Gut, although there is some fairly hot signals from our thermal cameras at the head of Tyre's Gut as well. And we have seen, somebody did see some incandescence last night as well as the previous night. So it's likely that we've got some pretty hot material up there.
Montserrat now has its first custom-made air ambulance stretcher. On Monday, Health Minister Mr. Colin Riley officially handed over the stretcher to Captain Nigel Harris of Fly Montserrat during a brief ceremony at the John A. Osborne Airport. The stretcher, which greatly enhances the air ambulance service, was procured by the government of Montserrat from the United Kingdom at a cost of US $50,000. The export expenses from Antigua to Montserrat were paid by Fly Montserrat.
Today we continue the process of rebuilding Montserrat. We are very committed to the healthcare system and to make sure that it has all the tools and resources so that we can offer the best healthcare that's available within our region to the people of Montserrat.
In acquiring this stretcher, Fly Montserrat has become the only airline of that size so equipped in the region. Health officials present were unanimous in their praises for the government of Montserrat and commented that the stretcher would immensely facilitate the St. John's Hospital Medivac service. More of the handing over ceremony will be aired during this week's programming.
On Tuesday, Minister of Agriculture Easton Taylor visited farms in the Duck Pond area, accompanied by Development Officer Claude Brown and Extension Officer Lorenzo Graves. This familiarization visit was the first of many the minister plans to take in the coming weeks to assess the ongoing programs designed to increase farming on Montserrat. Development Officer Claude Brown told Montserrat Today that a total of 6 farms in Duck Pond area were visited and 1 on the flat. There are presently more than 20 farms registered with the Agricultural Department in Duck Pond, many of which grow bananas, pineapples, and vegetables. Mr. Brown said that some time was spent at the government-run plot, which is being managed by the Extension Division. This plot is also serving as a demonstration site for cultivating Montserrat's self-sufficiency in bananas. Minister Taylor said he would like to see all of the idle land in Duck Pond and in the other areas become active production ground. Earlier this year, farmers around the island were given tissue cultures to increase the supply of bananas on Montserrat.
Montserrat celebrates World Mental Health Day. On Wednesday this week, the Health Department organized a ceremony and concert to celebrate World Mental Health Day in Montserrat. Enhancing treatment and promoting mental health was the theme of this week's events, which included relaxation therapy sessions for the public, a beach day, and a radio program on ZJB. Minister Colin Riley was on hand to praise the work of the health officials.
We recognize that primary care starts with people and focuses on building long-term relationships among individuals, families, communities, and the healthcare system. This government is investing in positive mental health services and programs. Homes are being provided in our communities throughout the island for the mentally challenged, and we are about halfway in the construction of those homes.
More of this important ceremony can be seen during this week's programming on Local Access TV.